Meh.
It finally happened. Got to staying late. I know more than got done. Doing in my interview here.
The life of filming hunts. Man, it can be the most fun thing on a good day, but it can be the most frustrating thing on a bad day. Sometimes you just catch yourself sitting there in the stand, counting leaves on the trees, and there's not an animal in sight. Other times you're so overwhelmed by the perfect shot and you're just covered up in deer. It's a pretty awesome feeling. In the last few years, we've been fortunate enough to grow our skills not only in the deer stand, but behind the cameras too as videographers.
When Eric and I started hunting together, it was really pretty fun. Our passion for hunting and our passion for filming, it's something that we definitely put 110% effort into. And we knew the reality of it was that we were probably going to be in a little bit of trouble because it was bound to take up the majority of our time.
Once July hit this year, we got into all of our properties, started hanging trail cameras. We fired up the rototillers and tractors and started to get the food plots put in. It was definitely one of the hottest weeks of the entire summer, but those are sacrifices you have to make to be successful. Wow. Oh.
What are we naming this buck?
Mongo.
Tell Mongo's story.
Mongo go boom. I saw him once last couple of weeks of season. Then the last day of, actually first day after season, we saw him out in a bean field that's just south of us. So we're gonna see if we can get a couple pictures of him this year. Make sure he's still hanging out. Once we were done getting the food plots in and getting all our cameras out, it was time to cut the arrows and get the bows all dialed in for the up and coming season. It's pretty funny. No matter how much we do to prepare for the season, it seems like we're never 100% ready to go by October 1st. It sort of is what it is. Every year we try harder and harder to make sure we're not running last minute, but it just seems to be the way it is. Well, this is the first picture we got of him, and then he was nice enough to give us a little bit of a turn. Usually for us, October starts off pretty good. The first week we see a lot of deer, and then things really slow down until the pre-rut. We refer to that as the October lull. This year was a little bit different. We were seeing a lot of good deer consistently throughout the month of October. We were able to put the binos on some really good deer, and I knew it was going to be a great season.
When we hit Halloween, the anticipation for the rut was definitely on fire, but it seemed like the whole first week of November for us was kind of slow. We weren't seeing much action, and they weren't locked down, they weren't chasing. I mean, we didn't really know what was going on, but no matter what the action was doing, we knew that November 7th, my stand at my food plot, somebody was going to be able to stick an arrow in a buck.
All right, guys, we're sitting here at Max's place. It is November 7th, the evening. We came in here this morning, had a yearling come in, saw 1 or 2 bucks cross down at the bottom, backed out probably around 9. Right when we were getting back in here, didn't even have the camera set up yet. We had a buck coming up the waterway. Didn't really get that good of a look at him, so we were just sitting here, and hopefully something happens.
Well, I heard Max say right here, right here. I went into a bit of a panic mode. Right here is pretty vague. But by the time I got eyes on this deer, he was just 10 yards on to the neighbor's property, and we were hoping he was going to cross the fence and scent check for does. And if given that opportunity, I was going to shoot this deer.
Meh. finally got it done. That buck I was talking about in the waterway actually came up. I didn't get a look at him. Max was like, hey, that buck's right here. So he actually just worked right down the fence line here, came in at about 20 yards, and I thought that was going to seal the deal right then and there. Of course, he started walking straight at us. Then he started to quarter away a little bit. Over the past few years, I mean, I've had some pretty crappy luck. I guess good luck in the sense that I've seen a lot of big deer and had a lot of good opportunities. Just unfortunately, I haven't been able to seal the deal, but for sure he's on the ground, for sure he's dead. There's no worries. I guess from this point on, Max has got himself a full-time cameraman, and he's going to get it done here in the next couple days. I can promise you that.
To be able to film Eric putting it all together was pretty rewarding for me. I look at us as more of a two-man team whenever we hunt. Whenever I kill something, we both killed it. Whenever he kills something, we both killed it. And this was actually the first time that I got to film Eric being successful, and it was definitely a memory that I will remember for a long time.
Being at the tree that day with a really good friend and seeing it all come together over a poor man's pot that we put a lot of sweat into, that's really what it's all about. The best reward of all the infield work that we do is being able to tag a deer like this. I know it's not the biggest thing in the woods, but to me it's very important. November 7th of 2015 is something that I'll never forget. It sort of helped me break my string of bad luck in my bow hunting career. November 7th of 2015 is a day I'll never forget. The story of the Rutting Detour.